Hello, everyone. Welcome to a Fan Friday, even though it's not actually Friday. But the lovely Lisa Fleming is here with us, and she has agreed to do a quick recording in regards to her amazing spiritual passion and path. So, what I love about Lisa is that she's a Reiki Master teacher, an energy medicine master. She loves her alignment work, and she manifests the best life by using the angelic realm. And I connected with her very interesting, which I love this about Lisa. She actually reached out on my birthday and she said, "Hey, I'll give you a reading for a discounted rate." I don't know if she still does that, anyone, but I loved the reading with her and I have been getting readings from her since. So Lisa, thank you so much for being here. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Thank you, Rachel. Thank you for having me. So excited.
Me too.
Finally, we get this space together.
I know.
Yes, I still do the readings on your birthday. So it's for a discounted price. So anybody that is listening, I usually reach out. And of course, if you're not my friend, message me so you can be my friend and get a discounted reading for your birthday. So yeah, my little bit about my story.
Yeah,
I am always in conversation with the angels.
that you are.
And, it's something I always share with people. It's something that we all have.
Mhm.
We all have it. We just have to be, awakened to it and more conscious. And I believe that where we're going is, the way I look at it is this. I just feel that there's people aligning in our path all the time. And, it could be someone new, it could be someone reappearing from our past. It doesn't matter. There's always a purpose for that. I don't believe in accidents. I always believe in divine intervention, always. And I believe that the universe always has a message for us. And, sometimes the message isn't, in ways that we think it's going to come. Like sometimes it comes in a person.
Yeah.
So I say we're all teachers for each other. So
I love it. And can you tell us a little bit about how you knew you were connected with the angelic realm and with kind of like awakening your intuitive gifts?
yeah. So when I was about probably 5 or 6, that's when my these angelic beings started appearing. And of course, being a young child and it not talked about in my house, I was very scared of it.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, they would just hover around my bed at night. And being a kid, I would just pull the covers over my eyes and either roar out for my parents to come get me, or just literally just try and fall asleep. And I always knew, though, this is so funny. I always knew. I grew up, Catholic.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we always went to church on Sunday, and I always had that background, but I always knew, even as a young child, even when I was so scared in those moments, that there was something that was greater than me that I always could reach out to. So
wow.
I always felt that. So when I would get scared, and my parents didn't hear me, like just kind of roaring for them or something, I just felt, I didn't feel, anything negative. I always felt that, they were there, and I knew that I didn't understand that they were there.
Yeah.
The meaning behind it, but I knew that they were there and they were love. I always felt that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you
So,
feel like, and so even though you may have been a little scared at times, you still knew you're safe?
yeah, I always knew that I was safe.
Wow.
And then, as I started to grow into my years, I would start to almost, I did have conversations with them, and I would just almost, I mean, grew up, just always talking to them. from there. I just thought, well, I felt safe. I felt love. So why not talk to them?
Yeah.
So I had a lot of imaginary friends when I was young.
I love that. And how did you know when they were like angelic beings or your guides or your team?
I actually didn't know that until I was about 15 or 16. And I remember coming across this book, trying to think what's called. It was by Betty Eady. That was the author's name. Trying to think of the name of it. Anyway, it was this author, and she was describing her near-death experience. And I remember I read that book so fast because it was like osmosis. It was like everything in that I knew. I like, it was like I already knew. So she told about all the angelic beings. She told about what she saw when she went to the other side. And then from there, I started to get very interested and involved in Doreen Virtue's work.
Oh yeah.
Because she's such a teacher of the angels.
Right.
And then I discovered, I just believe that the universe sends us stuff all the time.
Yeah.
And then our path is just, as we're searching, I was always going to get readings.
Right.
So that was another, way that people were telling me, you're meant to do this. So, and then Louise Hay. Louise Hay was
definitely
a big part of my healing.
Was the book Embraced by the Light?
Yes, that was it.
I love that.
That's amazing. Book changed my life.
Wow. Yeah. I'll make sure to post it in the comments when I post the video. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. That was huge.
And then how did you, so after you kind of knew and you connected with your spiritual gift and with working with the angels, how did you move into like giving readings for your clients, or did you do Reiki training first?
So what had happened was I want the angelic realm is asking me to point this out right now.
Okay.
So when I was in high school, I was very active. I was really athletic. I was on, I played a lot of sports and stuff. And why I want to mention this is because I have a lot of clients right now with children.
Okay.
And they, they're having the same experiences as me.
Oh, I love that.
And I always say, like in my house, it wasn't talked about. Like I would, say that, I'm seeing things and it was, oh yeah, whatever, I just wasn't believed, but it's okay because that's just where we are. That's where we were at that time. And so now when moms or dads or kids even come to me with this, I always say, I encourage them to talk about it because, it's something that needs to be talked about because kids don't really have, sometimes, they don't feel comfortable talking about it. And my outlet was sports.
Okay.
Because sometimes when we all have gifts, and sometimes when they're turned on very young and we don't have, like I call an outlet, it's, there's a lot that can happen. Like our mind can sometimes say, oh, you know what, you're not really seeing that. Well, and will tend to make us feel like we're crazy.
Yeah.
So that's why I never, it always stayed with me, and I always had an outlet. So that was my outlet. And I always say that to parents right now, and even kids, you're not crazy, these things that you're seeing and stuff, I encourage you to talk about them, find a group that's around you. And so I just had to say that. So I was in a car accident in 1999. And I suffered a lot of facial injuries and severe whiplash. And that led me down a road to pain. I was in a lot of pain. I had to get steroid injections like every 6 weeks or so into my neck, into my C2-3.
Yeah.
And so I was going to get the injections. I did for about 2 years. And one day when I was in the doctor's office waiting, I heard the angelic realm say, I heard this voice say, you can heal this. You can heal this yourself. So I went into the room and I saw the doctor, and they were starting to prep me. And I said to them, I'm not going to get this procedure done today. I'm gonna try and heal this on my own. And one of the nurses said, oh my God, good for you. You know what? You can do this. And I never got the injection that day, and I walked out, and I have never been back since.
I have chills. I love
So that journey started me on Reiki. So it was like that week or the week after, I was talking with some friends, and Reiki came into my life. So when I started to learn that and started to, I got my 1 and 2 immediately. And then I went to master. And then of course it took me a few years to get to teacher, because it's all about stepping into that, right?
Yeah.
So in that process, my cousin was in a car accident that I was very close to, and he passed away.
Aww.
And he came to me, and he said, I had always told him about my spiritual gifts, and I would always see visions of stuff happening. And he came to me and he said, you have to start sharing this with the world, because you're going to start healing people that have suffered pain, people that have lost loved ones, and they need closure. So since then, that was, my vow to him, that I would start, stepping into the limelight and giving readings and, being of service.
Wow. No, that's so transformational. I know you mentioned Louise Hay, and what book is it? Heal Yourself, Heal Your Body.
Yep. How to Heal Your Life.
Okay. How to Heal Your, okay.
Yeah. And I also have her DVD. I keep that in my collection. Of course, The Secret. That was another one.
I love that one.
And she has a DVD out. I think it's called How to Heal Your Life. It's downstairs, and I keep it in my library. So I often give that to my clients that, just starting on their healing journey, because it really taps them in. Yeah. And I'm always really passionate about making people aware of the mind, body, soul connection. Yeah. I'm a big believer in our bodies are always sending us messages. They're always telling us what's going on internally. And it's our job to pay attention and be aware.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And you did mention, I know you like doing alignment work. Yes. So, and affirmations, and is that do you start your clients, if they're beginning this journey, is that kind of like your starting point with them?
Yeah. So I always, try and figure out where their pain point is and go from there. But affirmations are something that I give all my clients, and they have transformed my life. Just complete circle, full circle. When I started to talk to, when you start doing affirmations, there's almost and Louise Hay describes this so beautifully. When you start to do affirmations, it's like they don't feel real, or you feel silly doing them at first, because, you're just saying this statement, and though you're saying it with intent, it kind of doesn't feel real. Yeah. But I always say, starting with, even if you do 2 affirmations, and do them every day, that's the key, to do them every single day. And what that does is, when you say the affirmations every day, you're putting an intention into your future. Right. And the intention is I always do my affirmations with I am. Yes. Because I believe that's the power of, the universe, the God. It's like your alignment part. And that's one of the things that I started doing on my Facebook page, Lisa Fleming Energy Medicine. I started posting affirmations every day. Oh, I love that. Because people always reach out to me. They're like, I'm so interested in the affirmations. What do you have in your phone? And that's one of the things that I tell them. This was taught to me by a coach. So I have my phone, and I go into my calendar, and I put a notification in my calendar. So I start my day at 5. So my first affirmation goes off at 5, and then I set it for every hour.
Nice.
So it's your intention, right? Your intention goes to your phone because we're always in the digital world right
Yes.
now with our phones. So it's a reminder
Yeah.
to set the intention and say your affirmation.
Yeah.
And it keeps you on track.
I believe I will tell you with your phone, I actually have it set. So every one of my folders is I am wealthy, I am supported, I am
Yes.
blessed, I never fail. So it's right there. Cause
Awesome.
I get annoyed with my phone going off.
It's true, but I know.
It's a great idea. It's a great idea. So if I go to that app, I'm like, oh, I am supported. Do you know what I mean? Cause you're right. We're always, I mean, we're connected a lot to our phones right now.
Yeah. And you know, with I know that there's like we are so powerful and we're, you know, magnetic beings and everything, you know, that's an electronic device, right? So the way I always try and think positively and trying to switch it around and think, okay, yeah, I'm carrying my phone and I know that it's, you know, magnetic and it's an electrical force, but I am too an electrical being, an electrical force. So if I could put something positive that if I have to look at my phone, you know what I mean? I always just put a positive spin on it. So, okay, I'm doing an affirmation. Yeah.
I love that idea. That's a really great idea. Now you also teach Reiki, correct? You certify. How do you do that ever online or do you do that in person?
I do. I started teaching it online actually when the pandemic started because I felt like I wanted to be of service and I didn't really know how, and just that was the guidance that I got. You're gonna have to start teaching it online, baby.
Oh, I love that.
So yes, I do. I teach it online all the time. Yeah.
Oh. What is your what are you currently like with your spiritual path? Like what's the thing that's currently most exciting to you that you either share or that you're currently tapped into?
So I guess having an attitude of gratitude. So I start my day with that. And another thing that I do that's pretty powerful is I start my morning off with gratitude. So you know, for busy women or men, it's all about, you know, as moms and as women, especially, we're multitaskers, right? We can do everything. So my morning starts, you know, I go get my coffee and I always set an intention with everything. So, you know, if I'm going to drink my coffee, I set an intention drinking my coffee so that whatever I'm drinking, I'm blessing.
Oh, I love that.
Into my body, and I know that my body's being blessed. I do that with my food.
Yeah.
And then, so when I start my morning I usually, you know, in the shower, first thing that I do is I go on YouTube and I type in binaural beats. So it's all about the frequency, right?
Yeah.
And it's very powerful having that, those beats and that meditation. And I just have it playing while I'm taking a shower. And I do my affirmations in there. And then you know, I say in the morning, you know, thank you for this beautiful day. This has been the best day of my life. Now this starts in the morning, but that's me setting my intention for the day.
Yeah. Wow, that's powerful.
Yeah, there's nothing any more powerful than, you know, doing your meditation and listening to that frequency in the shower because, you know, we're mostly made up of water. So there's a very high frequency of water.
Absolutely.
So we tap into that. It's beautiful.
I love that. Now, right now you're available. You give oracle card readings along with channeled angel messages because your readings aren't just your oracle cards. You're bringing in a team. And I love that. You're available for those.
Yep.
And then you also certify students in Reiki.
Yep.
Do you also teach classes besides Reiki or anything like that? Or anything you have
yes. Yeah, I'm starting a membership actually.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going to offer some courses in there. So I'm going to, I have my team working on that actually and getting all the back end sorted up. So
I love that. What is your membership going to be like?
It's going to offer courses. It's going to offer like, you know, a chance I'm going to do live oracle readings so that people can, you know, if they want to have questions answered, I can draw a card for them.
Yeah.
And it's about connection for me with that because I'm just all about connection. I love meeting people. I've met so many wonderful people like
Yeah,
online,
I
and
love that. And
it's
it's
just
almost like like if I have a membership with you, then I know like every Tuesday I can tap in and ask you a question or something like that.
exactly.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
That'd be awesome. And then you also work with essential oils.
I do. I do. Yeah. The essential oils are a big part of my practice. I wear them every day. I do them for sessions. Like I wear them for sessions. And, sometimes people will ask me like what I use. Like it's
Yeah.
something that I teach in my Reiki practice too.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's obviously something that you don't need.
Right.
And I'm really passionate about that. One of the things that I want to mention that I started,
Yeah.
my friend is a very gifted intuitive artist.
Oh, okay.
And this is really, really cool. So we started about a couple of months ago, we started doing Reiki paintings, they're called. So what that involves is we get together on Zoom. So the three of us, our client and my friend Deanna and me.
Yeah.
So I will do the Reiki,
Mhm.
and she's the intuitive artist. So she takes us through a meditation,
Wow.
and I do the Reiki. I start the Reiki on the client, and she paints the energy.
Oh my
And then
goodness.
yeah. So and then once she puts the final touches on it, and then she ships it to you. And then we connect on a three-way, either Zoom or chat, and then we go through what we see in it. Now, these paintings are very powerful. There is so much healing. There's so much transformation that comes through it. And it's all about alignment, right?
Oh, I love that.
Bringing everything into alignment. There's clients that have seen so many things healed from them, like just get so much healing and closure sometimes from loved ones that have passed over.
Wow.
And they sit with it, and she will tell you, she guides you, like what to do when you get it into your vibration, when you actually get it in the mail, and how to sit with it, and just kind of give you tips on where to put it.
That's powerful. When we post this, like make sure that I have a link so we can post that too. So anyone that's interested can reach out and order one of those.
Absolutely.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah. It's really powerful.
I love that. Anything else that you want to share? I really do. I'm like, wow, it's so cool.
The last thing that I will share is, I think I'm just going to channel a message here because they're saying so much to me.
I love it. They're like, bim, 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 bim.
So they're saying, never forget how powerful you are. Never forget, this is coming from the angelic realm. So never forget that we came here with these magical beings beside us. And they're always there. But we have to ask permission for them to intervene in our lives. It's the universal law.
Yeah.
They took a vow that they would never interfere in our lives unless it was like a life and death situation to intervene in our lives. So we have to give them permission. And I remember when I was, started to receive readings, when I was searching, I remember someone picking up in a reading. She's like, why are you afraid to ask, your guides and your angels for help? And I'm like, because I have too many requests. I have too many questions. And they're like, you know what? They're yours. So they're there to serve you. And that's the message that's coming so clear today. It's like, we have to call on them, but continue that conversation. And they're there for us. Ask them anything, ask them, and I always say, be specific, give them details. They love details, so, if you want, I don't know, if you're looking for a job, you say to them, listen, I want a job, but I want this, the hourly rate or the salary. I want to work from home. Like, they love details. Yes. So give them the details and say, you know what? I'm handing it over to you. You bring it to me.
Wow.
And let them manifest it for you. And what that does is that not only, activates that universal law, but then you trust. because that's a big thing. And trusting in there's something that's more, you know, more powerful, and you're co-creating this together. Something very powerful about that.
That's so true. And I also want to add to your message, because your message is so beautiful, that you are, how do I want to say this? It doesn't matter if I'm asking, if you're asking, if another person is asking, they will answer all of our requests.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
Ask and it is given.
Amen. Ask and you shall receive. Amen.
Yeah.
And one of your messages that you gave to me in one of our readings was that your angels are going to give you messages, Rachel, and they're going to put it in weird spots. And I will tell you, I confirmed this with Lisa less than a week later. I sent her, or maybe a little bit longer, it doesn't matter, but I sent her a picture of a dime that was like standing up in my freaking dryer. And I was like, I hear you. Thank you.
I know, it's so cool. It's like you just tell them the messages and it's like, boom. And it's like, you know, let me know that that's you. And that intuitive hit, I call them, that intuitive hit will come right through and you'll be like, boom, nailed it.
I love that. I'm even writing that down. Let me know that this is you.
Yeah.
Because even like with your past loved ones, you know, like grandma, is this from you? Or Ariel, is this from you?
Yeah.
I love that.
One of the things, like with past loved ones that are, you know, that have passed over, one of the signs that they often give their loved ones is they'll move pictures.
Oh.
So, you know, if anybody has lost anybody and, you know, they're, you know, really missing them, and just, you know, take a look around your house or your apartment or just your space, you know, and just look, because they will always make it in your space so that it's noticeable to you with your soul eyes, right? So but they'll make the pictures crooked, or they'll make pictures like just kind of fall at your feet. It's just amazing.
You know, you're the first person to ever say that. And that's so funny, because I have a picture down on my bookcase that's always on the floor. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? And now I'm going to be like, is that you, Christopher? Like, you know what I mean? I never knew that. So thank you for sharing that little tip. I never knew that.
You're welcome. Yeah. They work in mysterious ways, but it's so powerful.
Oh, I love it. So Lisa, you have a lot going on that we need to tap into. So Lisa, she does oracle cards. She does readings with that, channeled with the angels. She does intuitive, you know, works with two other people that do these gorgeous intuitive paintings, which you're going to post a picture of. You do Reiki training. You work with oils. I know there's another product that you work with, and maybe we'll talk about another time. And then you also are starting your membership group. So make sure to post all of these things in the group so we all know what's coming up. And don't forget, she does a discounted reading on your birthday.
Yes.
So she doesn't have to reach out to you. You can reach out to her. So
absolutely.
Thank you so much, Lisa, in joining us on this call today. I'm going to bid everyone adieu, and you're going to bid everyone adieu. And I'm going to stop recording.
Thanks.